I do work in AI, kind of like that's kind of my. So happy to be here and happy to answer or help any kind I can.
That's awesome. Thank you for supporting our program, Rabimba. This was done by popular demand after our super successful Associate Cloud Engineer program, where we had many graduates who are now certified cloud engineers. Everybody wanted to move on to the hottest certification ML engineer. So it's great to have you and have your expertise. I posted in our Slack channel that we now have a tracker which was developed by another Google developer expert, Roman, who is also leading GDG Lawrence, and he's also a cloud architect and very talented man who built this batch tracker. I'm not sure if you saw it, but I wanted to post it in the chat real quick. So everybody who is part of the program can see what labs they have done so far, what lies ahead, and basically because there are a lot of material to cover, a lot of labs for you to be prepared. So this is a super easy way for everyone to know where they are. So I wanted to post this real quick again and remind you that this is what we're using to know where we are. We are planning to have exam voucher for everyone who completes the labs, and we are planning a fantastic graduation party in person for those of you who are in New York. You already attended our session tomorrow. The graduation going to be even more fun. I mean, our session in person yesterday. So I'm posting the badge tracker in the chat. Please check that your name is there. If not, we need to add uh, not the badge but your Cloud Skill Boost public profile so that you can be on the track. um, so Roy, glad to see that Roy is here, who's had experience with this. So yeah, check out the batch tracker. And does anyone want to share what they worked on this week? And please let me open the Q&A, but you can also use your camera and your mic to ask any questions. Rabimba, do you want to share anything more exciting uh, that you have had experiences? Have you been in presenting in any of these programs, or um, what else can you tell us?
Yeah. So I actually am presenting. So I work. So my machine learning tasks, I more work mostly. I used to work mostly in speech to text on that domain. So I am actually presenting a talk on deep speech, kind of a little bit more technical on the design considerations and architecture and everything that will be actually on tomorrow, part of GDG Silicon Valley IO Extended in one of the Google offices, I think. So, and also I have, so since I'm a web GD, I work mostly in specific Chrome APIs, but also since all of you are really interested in machine learning, I have a talk coming up in this 19th, which will be on how you can actually run generative AI models directly in browser. So on-device machine learning, but not in anything else, just using browser APIs. So Chrome team recently came out with web GPU proper support in stable Chrome. With that, you can actually now do very pretty like intensive machine learning tasks directly in Chrome. So this is a talk which kind of like taps into the hype of generative AI, show that how you can have models like stability diffusion or kind of like these LLM models and directly run it into browsers. So I dabble into all these, and yeah, that's kind of my GDE work.
That's awesome. Thank you for that. Here
Yeah, I also
in
teach
many
the
fields.
yeah, I also teach the cloud computing class in my university. So I think I will be happy to answer like if you have cloud related questions on machine learning. So like in GCP, everything. So I'll be happy to answer that as well.
Awesome. So let me open the Q&A as well, so the questions not, oh, it is open, so the questions don't get lost in the chat. Okay, so everybody can hear. That's awesome. Who is up to session 3? Who has anybody already completed session 3 from those of you who are here? Victor, yes, Victor is. I think Victor has completed everything. Is that correct, Victor? Almost fantastic. Uh, any blockers for anyone? Yeah, I think Victor. Oh, and Aniket is on session 3. That's amazing. Yeah, I've checked the tracker when Roman launched it, and we worked on fixing some little things. And by the way, it's not the tracker is not real time. Roman will have to update it every week or so, so don't get alarmed if it doesn't show exactly what you have completed in real time. But the last time I checked, I believe Victor had completed everything. There are quite a few people that have completed everything, so I hope that serves as a inspiration and kind of give the urge to the rest to keep up. So, but now is your chance. That's why we're doing these office hours, and we've asked Rabimba and Maria is here, and we have other GDEs that will be joining. So here's your chance. Oh, there is a question about the Google Terminal window. Of course, you can share your screen. There is an, I believe. Oh, let me make you in presenter mode, and then you'll be able to share your screen. 1 second. Oh wait, I don't see this option. Do you see the option to share your screen? Jeka, if you want, you say you said you want to share your screen. I'm not sure if. Well, if you want to share your screen now, we can take a look or no. You can post in the Slack channel if you cannot do this right now. But it would be best to do this while we have all the instructors here. We have the Slack channel anytime, so you can post there as well. Yeah, I was going. Rabimba, are you part of the? So we have a Slack that's dedicated to our program. I'd love to add you in case there are follow-up questions.
Yeah, so I am
Um,
actually not in the Slack. So yeah, if you can add me, that will be wonderful.
are you a part of the? It's called a Road to Google Developers,
Road to GD?
RGDC dash google dash
No,
cloud dot slack dot com.
no, I don't think so.
So let me send you. Unfortunately, the invite by email doesn't work for some reason, but I posted the link in the chat. If you can join that.
Yeah, I'm joining.
For some reason, the invite by email is at capacity or something like that. So you would have to be the proactive person and join.
Yeah,
Thank you for that. So we have a channel called Road to Google Cloud NYC, which is dedicated. Oh, I see you joined. That's fantastic. So we have two channels that are of importance. One is Road to Google Cloud NYC, which is dedicated to New York and everybody who is part of the. I mean, not only this program, like I said previously, we had a cloud engineer one, and there is also, and I encourage everyone, if you're not part of the cloud machine learning English, that is very very much recommended, because you can ask questions there as well. This channel is for everyone everywhere in the world who takes the same program and is part or graduated the same program.
so,
So you will very likely get even more help there besides our dedicated channel.
so
Uh,
Anna, I'm supposed to join the Road to Google Cloud NYC, right?
yeah, so this is where our
Yeah, I just
members
joined.
are. You did? Oh, that's fantastic. Or do I need to invite you there? Or
No, I think I already joined.
oh, good,
The
good.
last post is by Aniket, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I
Yes,
just joined.
super. For some reason, I don't see. Usually, there's a message, but anyway, um, that's fantastic. Thank you so much for being part of the channel. Um, so, JK, if you want to post there, that would be great. If you're not able to do this right now, or as well as the cloud machine learning English, that one is also very useful place where a lot of other experts answer questions.
So also,
Anyone else? Yes.
no, I just wanted to ask you like follow-up question. So, Jika, so like cloud Google Terminal means the cloud console, right? The one you get below, like when you open the window and you open like a cloud console. Are you talking about that? I think,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yes,
Okay.
she will. I think probably take text in the chat.
But yeah, yeah, it sounds like it's not a problem with the lab, but more like the how to launch the console.
Yeah, I think that's it. Okay.
How to launch the terminal window? Well, there should be a little icon that you click on. That's one way to launch. Um, oh, okay. You want to post on Slack? That's great. Sure. Um, I see there's somebody new who joined. Okay. So if you're new, we already, if you're experienced and have done some of the work or have ML experience, that's great. However, we are halfway through. We are this week. We should be completing session 3. We take 2 weeks for each session because it's an intense program, advanced program. So if you can keep up, that would be great. If you can catch up, we don't want to discourage anyone, but just to warn you that as we go forward, the labs become even more challenging. So we recommend that you need a lot of time to devote to this. It's not actually we recommend, I mean, depends on your level, of course, in your experience, but 20 hours a week, it could be even that long that you need, because the labs are advanced and sometimes you need to repeat some things. So that's why we're doing this. It's not a self-paced course. We have deadlines. We have milestones every week. We want to make sure everyone graduates and get help. So this is instructor led, very, very different than doing, if you want to do self-paced course, of course you can do that at Coursera or elsewhere, or even if you're part of this program, you can follow along and you have the unlimited quick lab credits, or Cloud Skill Boost is called now. You have those credits for 3 months, so you can do whatever you want. But of course, the priority is for those who want to keep up and graduate on time and get prepared, certified, and be ready for a professional ML engineer career. So, Emmanuel, would you like to speak, or would you like to
Yes,
type your question? Oh, hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I hope this matches fancy well. So the question that I have is for anyone who took the exam, I mean the final exam, how different are they from the quizzes that we take weekly in the course? Thank you so much.
Oh, yes. So the thing with the exam is that it's not something, it's not like a set of questions that are the same every time that you can study the answers and pass. That's not at all. um, the exam is, first of all, you get a pool of questions, and you may get uh, more questions from different areas. And that's why we're doing these labs, because it's very important for you to have an experience in Google Cloud, to be able to pass. And to be honest with you, my understanding is that the questions are not at all the same. They cannot be identical. Obviously, Google doesn't want to leak their questions, and they are easier. I think Roya can, is Roya still here? I think Roya spoke to this before, and she can answer this better. But keep in mind that the questions are more difficult in the exam and different. It's for you to know the format, to know what to expect. For example, it's the length, how many times, how many minutes you have per questions. Can you go back? You need to be prepared for those things, but do not expect the same questions. Raya, would you like to add anything?
I think you covered it all. I just want to second it and say that what we are covering in the course during the week, and what is covered throughout basically the content, it is just the top of the iceberg. The assumption is for the person who wants to take the exam is that they have a good foundation on ML and they are also expert in the cloud. So I believe there is 3 years of ML experience and 1 year of cloud experience has been suggested. And I saw, based on what I talked with other people who did the exam, it seems that this is actually really good um, expectation. The questions are in a format of you are this person, you are, suppose you are an ML scientist in a company. What is the best set of tools that you can use to approach this problem? So you really require to have both the knowledge about ML and also to know that what Google Cloud provides to you. Thank you.
Oh, Emmanuel, you have another question?
Yes. I'm sorry to bother so much. Yeah. So to what you said before, that the material covered in this course is just the tip of the iceberg. Can you guys give us like more material that we can go over with and maybe prepare better for the exam, since the exam is it's much more broader than what we do in the course. Thank you so much.
I okay. Take what I'm saying with a grain of salt because I'm still studying and I try to do open source with the cloud part of it. That's where I'm coming short. There are, there is a set of questions when you are paying for the exam that I think you can go through. That's like a practice, but we suggest to leave it for the end. But if you think that it gives you information, you can check out the practice exam and see what is the area that you are not really confident about, and then go back and read on those. But again, as somebody who tries to get this certificate, I think knowing exactly what Google offers would be the holy grail for my case to get to the certificate. ML is ML, you have all of the knowledge, but you need to know, for example, what APIs are available and what APIs are useful for which purpose. For example, we had this question about dialog flow, if you recall, a few weeks ago. So you need to know exactly what is dialog flow and what is the limits of the dialog flow. If you do not have that, then there's no way for you to figure out which answer is the right one, or when to use a vision API versus when to use a custom API. You need to exactly know what a vision API provides you, what problems can you solve immediately with a vision API. Those are the sort of things that I think would be really helpful if you can have a list of them.
Very good. Thank you so much for answering my question. I guess I will just nervous about the exam. Thank you.
Thank you.
I posted a link which is part of the learning journey that should have some sample questions. That link is in your PDF of the learning journey. I hope everyone uh, studies that religiously every week. You know what I'm talking about, the labs that we need to do every week, and this is this these sample questions are basically part of the uh, well, this is the entire link, the exam readiness. Let me post that link as well. So here is the exam readiness week link, which has more information. For example, how long the exam is, how many questions you get, and how to register and all that. We're not quite there yet, or maybe some of you are, but it's very important to, yeah, to know these questions as well. So any Other practice sources? That's a good question. I will, Roya, do you have other sources where people can simulate an exam or something like that?
Sorry, what was that again?
If there's other practice sources where you can, prepare yourself for the exam. I will look into it. I knew some alternative sources for the when we did the cloud engineer. For example, for the cloud engineer and the cloud architect, their official guides. We actually have had the author of the guides at our events. Linda knows him well. Dan Sullivan is the author of the Associate Cloud Engineer and the Cloud Architect official guides, which have a lot of exam questions. It's a book, but it also comes with, a, exam questions that you can take online. For the machine learning, though, I'm not sure. I will look into it. So that's what I was asking if you, because you led that course already.
I think there is one. Exactly. That's what I was talking about. There is a practice exam in the Road to ML certificate, but the recommendation is to leave it to the end. But I also saw people who go through it just to know which part they are missing. So that it can be approached both ways.
Okay, okay. So there are some new participants. We'll address that, but I want to maximize the opportunity that we have Roya and Rabimba here. I will answer the logistic questions about the recordings. Let me find our YouTube channel where we have recordings. Does anybody have ML related questions, or more things that you want to learn, or things that something that you're stuck with uh, before we go on to the logistics, because we want to respect our instructor's time? No? Well, here's our YouTube channel. You can find some recordings there. Also, if you go through the GDG NYC community page, the recordings are part of the event, the past event pages as well. So basically, you need to get your Quick Lab credits or Cloud Skill Boost credits. The way to do that is to sign into Cloud Skill Boost using the exact same email that you registered for today's event, and you should see a large pool of credits under your profile, and that's how you go through the labs and follow along the learning journey. It's also very advisable to be part of the Slack, and this is our community page. So if you go on the past events, you can find recordings there in the past events as well. Thank you to Linda who takes care of all of those. So
Really quick, I just shared a link, and that's the practice test that was provided by Google. But um, I mean, that's one and only one. So make sure that you know that it's not gonna change. If you use it right now, then that's the whole thing that you have.
oh, okay. So yeah, I thought you may know some other exam, like exam guides or something like that. So
I mean, so if that's needed, we can maybe do kind of like a simulation. What kind of questions can come? So, like building on what Roya said, since we have a lot of questions on exam, so the ML GCP exam is mostly kind of like combining both of your ML and GCP concept. I'll give you a couple of examples of like what do I mean by that. So imagine like you will have situational questions. By situational question, what I mean is that imagine like you have a question where you are working for a company and that has developed like a machine learning model, maybe with neural network, which uses TensorFlow to do something, maybe do a image recognition, right? And it's already deployed and everything. Your question will be something like, you need to monitor the performance of your model to kind of debug or make it go faster. What kind of solution, like what is the best solution you would go for? So like, and you will have a couple of options like TF profiler, TF function, TF trace, something like that. So that can be one. And then you can be asked like separate questions. For example, uh, imagine you have to create a series of ML models that does a specific task. For example, again, like it's some kind of image detection, and also it has to do like after it detects certain kind of image, for example it detects maybe furniture, you have to determine the estimate of that furniture, something like that, and you want to use Google Cloud to do that. What are the APIs, or what kind of like what exactly is the service you are going to use? And you will probably give an option like AutoML Vision, AutoML Vision Edge, just the Vision AI or the Video AI, and you will have to choose. So kind of like this. So you will be asked questions where you have to utilize both of the concepts. So first, like what Roya said, that what you want to use and where. So just the last question I said, anybody has any idea what can be used or why not? So, I mean, I was pretty fast also talking about that. So essentially, you will see the answers are very similar. Like all of them are like Vision AI, Vision, Video AI, AutoML Vision. They're all very similar. So you will have to actually go through the task that what it requires and which service actually provides that. Uh, Not mix and matching with anything else. And this is just an example. There will be more. For example, if you want to do orchestration, like there will be questions on orchestration. So if you have to build like a machine learning pipeline, what kind of framework you use, or specific questions on that framework. For example, GCP has Kubernetes, so Kubeflow pipeline. Then now we have Vertex AI pipeline. So there will be situational questions based on that. So it's kind of like mix and mash, and a lot of those things.
Thank you, Ravimba. This was very helpful. There was a question about the credits. So Cloud Skill Boost, you need to sign in with the same email. It may take a couple of days depending on when you signed up for today's event. So you may not see that immediately, but you can check. Okay, it's great to see that we have newcomers, but please try to keep up and use the weekend. Or we have session 4 next week, so it is very very good advice to you know, not fall behind, be able to follow in real time when we go over exam questions, and if we have time, we do labs together. So that's what we do during sessions and during office hours. We have experts like Rabimba who are here to answer your questions. So we have 15 more minutes, but if there, I don't see anything in the Q&A, so I would assume everyone is up to date and well on their learning journey. So we can finish earlier if that's the case. So last chance to speak up. No? Okay, so
But
oh, actually,
I have a quick question.
yes.
So, because I'm relatively new to the program, I just this is my second week join this call. So what are we doing? That we first week we study the material. The second week is office hour. Then the next week is study. Then the next week office hour. Is this correct?
Yes, we alternate. So there are 6 sessions in the learning journey.
Uh-huh.
However, that was based on Roya's feedback, who already led the exact same program for GDG Cloud Boston. So one session takes about 2 weeks to complete.
Oh, okay.
So we touch base with you every week so that during office hours, we cover the material during the sessions that you need to focus for those 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of having not hearing each other in 2 weeks, we have office hours in between where you have a chance to join live. Sometimes we have announcements and new things. Like today, I shared the batch tracker, but it's mostly for you a chance to ask questions live. Of course, we always have the Slack where you can utilize at any time, but this is a chance to meet. Sometimes we have guest speakers, or for you, this is for you to ask questions live. The questions can be anything. Of course, we want to focus more on study questions, things that help you progress. So this is what we do. I will be posting. So I post the link every week. It's not announced in advance because we want
So I,
to.
I have a question, Anna. So if someone has like any questions in the middle of the 2 weeks, how do we go for that?
Yeah, so we do meet every week, every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern
Okay.
time. This may change uh, slightly. For example, next week, for next office hours, I've asked another GD to join. I think he said he may be available at 5. So we may start hour earlier. I mean, an hour later. That will be announced in advance. But in general, we meet every Thursday at 4 p.m. live. You can ask any time questions in the Slack. Are you part of the Slack?
I'm gonna join the Slack. I'll have to join the Slack.
So we do have a dedicated Slack for everyone who takes any certification study group, which can be.
Okay, I saw it. I saw it. I got
So
the
we
link here.
within the Slack we have a channel called Road to Google Cloud NYC, which is
Mm-hmm.
dedicated especially to GDG NYC.
Got it.
However, there is another channel called Cloud Machine Learning English, which
Mhm.
is a channel for all the GDGs that have taken or are taking this certification study group. So it's very good idea to be part of that channel as well and post in both channels because they're different members and you can get help in both.
Got it.
So
Thank you.
Okay.
fantastic.
Can you share the badge tracker again?
The batch tracker, yes, I can. I actually have it up. I can share my screen. That's a good question. I want to go over the batch tracker. Um, so, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the batch tracker. As you can see, we have completed 3 sessions.
Oh.
and there is 3 more to go.
Mm.
And these are the dates of the session. Like I said, each session takes 2 weeks. Current group count, there's 199 badges completed as a group. I love that. But there's 1,000 to go. So we are not exactly uh, on track, I would say. But what you're most concerned with is that you see your profile here, right? Because this is what we use, like I said, to give you your exam voucher. And this is
Oh.
what you use to invite you to the graduation party, and also for your own reference, mostly to know where you are. So if you're not here, we need to add your profile. That's one. Some people asked already. I will do that
Can you
after.
find me? Where is? Can I see myself here?
Yeah, I will post the link as well. If you don't see yourself, you should let me know so we add you. Basically, this is based on the form that we asked everybody to complete in the beginning, and they have to, in order to be here, you have to make your profile public first of all. Use Cloud Skill Boost profile public. So once you do that and we add you to the batch tracker, it will be displayed like this. Right now we are looking at session 1. Actually, let me post the link here. Here's the link. So we're looking at session 1, which at this point everybody should have completed, but here, like I said, Victor, if you see the 6 dots, means you have completed everything.
Oh.
But this is the first session. What I love about it is, let's say that Cheng is missing one badge from session 1. So you can go here and click on the title, and that will take you exactly to the badge you need to complete. So I find that super helpful, because I know we have the PDF and we have the events, but this is everything in one place per session. So then if you go to session 2 had 2 badges. This is everybody who has completed. So we have a lot of people who have completed. Congrats. We have some who haven't. If you're wondering what exactly you should complete, you click on learning launching into machine learning, and you can see exactly what you need to complete. Same with session 3 and so forth. So at this point, people who have completed 1, 2, and 3 are, congrats to them. They are on track. Ones who haven't, I would highly encourage you to.
Anna, is there a price to this?
I'm sorry?
Is there a price to this? You gotta pay something because I think John is.
Well, that's the good part. There is a price. It is very expensive. This certification study group and program has been developed by 75 Googlers. The Cloud Skill Boost, where you see this cost, for example, this cost 20 credits. Each credit costs $1. So for you to complete this would be $20 if you're able to complete each lab in one shot. If you don't, you need to repeat and pay again. We provide all of this for you for free. We provide you expert instructors like Rabimba and Roya and Maddie and others who charge $500 an hour. So yes, this is very expensive. We provide it for you for free. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So
So I don't see myself in the list. How to get my name listed there?
so you can. Are you part of the Slack?
Yeah, I'm part of Slack.
So you can message me and share your Cloud Skill Boost profile. The Cloud Skill Boost profile is when you sign in, and you should be able to. Oh, I think April posted. So you should be able to go to your profile. And oh, for those who are new, by the way, you see how you see that 22,000 credits or something like that. This is not just for you, it's a pool of credits for everyone, but basically unlimited credits. So where you see this link to public profile, this should be first of all enabled. You need to enable it in the settings, and you need to make it public so that we can add you to the batch tracker. And I think that April posted in the Slack. Here we go. This is an example of a public profile as well. Uh, by the way, April, is great to see you. Everyone, April is a developer advocate for IBM Cloud, and Watson X is their latest product. It was so fun to meet you yesterday, April. April is going to catch up and surpass everyone. I'm ready.
Thank you, Anne. It was a it was a pleasure to meet you too. I know you was like, April, you have to come to the office hours, so I was like, I'm definitely going to show up. But thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you, and it was an amazing event yesterday.
So happy, yeah. So happy that you joined today, April. No, April is very busy because ABM is not sitting idle. They have a new product. What's next? By the way, April we'd love to have you speak about that. We can make a separate event, or what if you want to share what you work on. Of course, we focus on Google Cloud, but we want to know about all clouds.
I got you. The only thing, and I gotta partner with my manager to make sure like it's not breaking any NDAs or anything. But for the most part, it's an amazing product thus far. You're learning right now. It's Watson X really. That's the main like the hot topic, as well as focusing on ZOS. So those are the two categories that we're focusing on. And really, my job is just to deal with the developers to make sure that the learning packages and things that we're dishing out to our development teams have substance, and that the developers are understanding the content that's being pushed out. And if they have any questions or need clarity on anything, definitely my role is to make sure we host events or produce technical documentation to satisfy that need, and also just to bring awareness to any communities needed. So really, that's my job.
Awesome. Well, I mean, you're a developer advocate. You have a license to speak, right?
Yes, I do.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's amazing to meet everyone and learn about their fields and what they do. So people were asking that they never saw that list of labs. So we do have. Oh, let me find that link. We basically have. I'm pretty sure I've posted it in the Slack multiple times, but we do have what's called the learning journey, and it is always in the events. Oh yeah, there is a link in every event. Actually, I should find it. Let me find that link real quick. So this is, if you don't know what labs we're doing, this is the link to the PDF, which has all the labs that you need to do each week. But now these are part of the tracker as well. So I will post this and maybe even pin it in the Road to Google Cloud NYC. But I hope everyone is, not including the new people, but I hope everyone has saved this PDF. And let me see if I can pin this. What do you save for later? How do you pin something? Oh, pin to channel. So I pinned the ML learning journey in the channel. Let me share my screen again, so that I really hope everyone is clear by this point. So perhaps zoom in. So this is what we are following every session, and every session takes 2 weeks. That's why the batch tracker is more helpful at this point, because you can see your individual progress there. And like I said, if you're not here, please share your Cloud Skill Boost profile in the Slack and I will add you. There was another question to show the credits. Do you see this, the credits? So you should be able to see under your profile a large number of credits that changes, because it's not just for you, it's a pool for everybody. But if you successfully submitted your profile email, which is the same the one you signed up for GDG NYC, you should see this, and you can basically take any lab you want. You're welcome to, but please focus first on the ones that are part of this journey so you can be prepared for the exam. And once I add you here, you will know what you have completed for you personally, and then what lies ahead. Like I said, here are some people that are already ahead. They've completed session 4 and session 5 and session 6. Congrats. There are a lot of people that still need to do that, so please don't be behind. Now you know exactly where you are, and we'll be updating that. That is not real time, as I said, but we'll be updating it quite often, so you will know exactly where we are, especially as we get closer to our graduation. So we are over time now. Do we have any unanswered questions? The credits, I showed the credits. Oh, Roya, I just saw the chat. Thank you, Roya.
Hello, and I have a question about the deadline of the journey. So, according to the batch tracker, we are on the session 3, right?
Yes,
So we have to finish the third week's content
exactly.
until next week. Am I right? Or
Absolutely. So, like I said, each session takes 3 weeks. So, the session 3, which we covered the labs and the exam question last week, right? That
yes?
was with Roya. So, that we did. You have another week to finish, which is this week. And we have the honor of having Rabimba today join. He's an expert. He can answer questions that you have related. So we want to give you extra help and have more instructors to guide you and help you so you can be on track. So next week we'll have Maddie go over session 4, and you have another 2 weeks to complete session 4. The following week after session 4, we'll have office hours, which is for session 4, but you can ask any questions. So that's the format. Maybe I should share once more. But first, I really want to thank Rabimba. Rabimba, I'm super honored to meet you. Maybe now is the time to announce we are planning a huge Dev Fest for 1,000 people. The date is October 14th, so you can save it. And we'll be inviting a lot of experts. We'll have a huge focus on AI and ML. So we'll have a in-person Dev Fest, Developer Festival. So Rabimba, I'll be in touch with you about that, because we'd love to see you face to face.
Thank you for having me today. I loved the meeting.
Absolutely, I appreciate your time. I'm really grateful. You are awesome. Thank you so much. But yeah, I don't want to keep you anymore. I will stay for a few more minutes to maybe make it clear and share my screen. So okay. So let me go to GDG NYC. Basically, here is where we are in terms of sessions when this opens. Oh, I hope you're going. I hope you had a chance to purchase tickets for tomorrow. It's another Super AIML Summit, which is a awesome event with not just with Googlers, but all kinds of AIML experts, innovators, founders, and VCs. We got special 40% off the price. But I want to go over our past events. So here are past events. We had, okay, let me load more. So we started with info session. That doesn't count. That was our info session. Then we have session 1. In the meantime, we had IO extended. That was in person, doesn't count. So we have office hours for session 1. Then we had session 2. We had a special Google speaker talking about Palm API. That was extra credit. Session 2, then office hours for session 2. Session 3, and today we had office hours session 3. So exactly in the middle, we have 3 more sessions and 3 more office hours. And then we have graduation. And the good news is that we'll graduate right before Cloud Next. Cloud Next is Google's biggest event of the year. It's happening live in San Francisco, but will also be online, so you can have join from anywhere. This is from August 29, I believe, to 31st. 3-day event where you can hear all the biggest announcements. So that will be very exciting. So I'm very happy we'll be graduating before then, so we can watch this together, have watch party. Like I said, we haven't exactly finalized but the schedule, but we'll have some great surprise for you, and especially for those who complete the course. So if there are, yeah, October 14, it's a Saturday because it's going to be an all-day event. You can, of course, join. We literally just met not last week, yesterday, to talk about it. So we will be announcing more things as we go along. But it will be. We chose a Saturday because it will be all day event. You'll be able to join just for the part of it, just for the sessions you're most interested, or for the whole time. But it's gonna be super fun. A lot of interactions, photos, cool things, not just talks. Okay. But yeah, I would definitely save that date, October 14th. It'll be a huge day fest, biggest one for the New York City GDG for sure. So to finish answering John's question, so John, Innovator Plus is a separate program. You do not need to, I mean, you are welcome to use your Innovator Plus credit. You should be getting a separate credit for this program, which is unlimited credits for 3 months. If you haven't received it, it may be because you joined very recently. It does take about 2 business days sometimes. So the course is free for, yes, for Google Developer Group New York City members. The course is free. Oh, well, if you do have an email, then if you sign up to Google Cloud, if you sign in with that email to Cloud Skill Boost, you should see the credits. If you don't see them, there may be some kind of conflict with your Innovator Plus. Yes, so in that case, I would suggest to contact support. Let me find their email. Or you can contact Innovators Plus, but I have a GDG support email that is for our program. They are pretty responsive. So they are also able to look into your profile and see what's happening, because this is very individual thing. So I mean, you can obviously the Innovator Plus. I think they last a whole year, right? So I think you're set. I mean, I don't think you will have lack of credits, but if you want to have both, I think you need to contact the GD support. Right. I mean, it looks like you have unlimited credits already. Oh, you want to be tracked? Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You should be able to get both. I mean, those are two separate things. If you're using the same profile for both, there may be some kind of conflict there. Yeah. No, no, we welcome everyone. We want to answer everyone's questions. So we are now over time. We always great to see you. I'm very happy we have a long-term program where you can see each other each week, even though it's virtual, or we had a chance to meet with some of you face to face. And like I said, we'll have more opportunities for that. So thank you for your time. Happy learning. And don't forget to ask anything in the Slack in the meantime. Volkan, always great to see you. I know Volkan is in Turkey, but Volkan, if you want to visit New York, I would recommend to come on October 14th. You won't be sorry. We'll have a super venue that's like best one in New York. Not ready to announce it yet, but seriously, the Death Fest will be unseen experience. I guarantee you. Oh, okay. I will keep post. Please, oh, I saw a message. I think somebody shared more profiles. Girl Cezanne, is that how you pronounce your name? Thank you for sharing your profile. I will make sure to add you. But yeah, please, if you want to add your profile to the tracker, please share it in the Slack, because this chat is not permanent.
Oh, I just sent you in the chat.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, any cloud skill boost profiles that you want to add to the tracker, please send in the Slack. Yeah, I will add you. Okay, fam. See you soon. Bye for now.
Okay, bye everybody.